Hello and welcome again to our last topic for this year. So we're talking about creativity for well-being and happiness, and ultimately creative energy and how we generate creative energy. So I'm just looking off some notes I've got here. More joy for changing times. So as we come to the end of the year, we think about all the changes we've had over the last 3 years. Quite incredible, really. Gone from fires to floods to pestilence to disease to more floods and lockdowns, and now we haven't had a lockdown for a little while. So with all these changing times, it's difficult for people to sort of motivate themselves and get new ideas and enjoy their happiness and well-being. So I was reminded when Mahesh suggested this topic of the words of the Greek philosopher Heraclitus, who said that you can never put your foot into the same river twice. In terms of life, it means that the flow is going, and so the river is never the same. Yeah. So something that might have worked before might not work again, and also you don't want to get into a rut. The other thing I was thinking, which we just discussed, was don't get into a routine necessarily. It's good to have a plan, it's good to have sort of get up in the morning and have breakfast and stuff like that, but don't get into too much of a routine around catching the same train, getting to work at the same time, leaving work at the same time, catching the same train, doing the same things. Try and vary it up a little bit, and then you'll see different things, you'll experience different things, you'll maybe meet different people, get different ideas, get a different part of the day. So just a few ideas there about routine and how we can become unstuck in our routine. So Mahesh, you're going to talk to us a little bit about creative energy. So
Yes.
fire away. I'm all ears.
Yes, Sean. This is definitely a very good. Not only the topic, but I think this is a reminder to everyone that when we are just about to have year end and look forward to the brand new year. So in a brand new year, okay, the year is brand new, but what is new about you? Like we always talk about that there is a new park, there is a new gym, there is a new office, but what about you? So people remain same. So for remaining same means like they remain stuck with their thoughts, their feelings, and in their actions, and it's very true that the same things can bring the same results. So if you are looking forward for a growth, more joy, more success, like a more fulfillment, you want something more, then you have to be something more from within, like you express yourself in a different way. So creative way. So there are few ideas are there. That simple idea is that anyway now the Christmas is coming closer. So how every shopping center and every homes people decorate, they decorate with a lots of decorations, lightings. Why? Because that is how they can change their emotions, and they can express the emotions with a higher spirit, a good vibes, with a hope, and they become less worried by changing the external environment. If we can have a different feeling, and you
Well,
become
I think
different.
it's true. We
Yeah.
mark the seasons, don't
Yeah.
we? We mark the seasons
Yeah.
with these things. Just as an aside,
Yeah. So
like our, you probably in China they have a different calendar, obviously, and in
yeah.
your Indian Hindu
Yeah.
calendar is a
Yeah.
different calendar.
Yeah.
We traditionally have a January to December calendar, but our church
Yeah.
is already in the new year.
Oh,
So
I
that
see.
runs from what we call the start of Advent, which was some weeks ago.
Okay.
So that's when the year actually starts.
Yeah.
I've argued for a long time that the calendar should start in March
Yeah.
because of the naming of the months.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense for
Yeah.
September to be the 9th month. September should be the 7th month, October the 8th, November the 9th, December the 10th, because of the name, right? That's
The
what
name.
the name means.
Name
So
means.
if we started in March, then those months would be named correctly.
Yeah.
And also March is spring,
Yeah.
so it's the new life. So, well, spring in the north, that is,
Yeah.
not in the south. But the idea of that month being the start of the year,
Yeah.
the start of new things. But anyway, your point being that we mark the seasons
Yeah.
with these different things. So we put up decorations to change our environment
And
to
the way,
mark that change.
and then the way you dress up, like in a festive season, we always dress up, wear new clothes, or or even buy the gifts to 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 give it to family members and friends, and this is also a season when we help lots of needy and unfortunate people who are not having enough. So it is also a reminder that we must share our fortune.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think another point which you already mentioned in the beginning, that change your routine. Because if you change your routine, like take a different route from home to your work, or other way. So, and maybe like some routine you change for your, if you are going for a walk, or if you are doing something, because that way you will have new opportunity to appreciate, to laugh, and to experience something different. Like when you can't change the situation, then at least move around and then you look at the same situation, because then it will look different. Because even though you spend hours and days, that thing will be viewed exactly the same way. But if you want to have a different angle, different view, then we are not saying that you change the situation, because it may not be in your scope of control. But at least you move from where you are looking at the situation. Then the situation will look different.
Be unpredictable.
Yeah, and tap in your creative side, because one thing is definite, that we all are born as a creative soul. God has hardwired creativity into our DNA, and that is where we talk about natural talents and the traits, that they are unique, our discover your strengths. So basically, with an open mind, creativity is just looking things in a different way, and express yourself in a new ways. So it involves imagination. So
So
imagination.
a lot of people are going to be taking some holidays
Yeah.
over Christmas, New Year, the
Yeah.
summer in Australia.
Yeah.
So at that time, some of the things they might want to do, that it might not seem too creative, but it's in terms of this change and changing the environment, might be to do some home renovations. A lot of people take the opportunity to
Yeah.
paint a room, or paint the house
Yeah.
or do that maintenance work that they don't get time to do all through the year. So that can itself be an example of decorating the house to, or at least one room, to be a bit creative and to change the environment a little bit for the future, you know.
Yeah, and Sean, one most important thing is that research shows that some creative ideas and actions, they improve our immune system. You know, this is a research, and creative efforts and some new ventures, they reduce the stress, and it is definitely a good thing for our immune system, because like we don't want to talk much about COVID, but like a COVID is a disease of immune system. Like if your immune system is stronger, you are least affected. Because after all, we we experience one or different virus in our body, but when our immune is low, virus take the control. But if your immune is high and strong, it will not affect. So this is also a research thing, is that when we explore many aspects of our life with a creativity, then you really feel inner power, you know. So
Also, I think
Yeah.
you're commenting before,
Yeah.
I think before we started the broadcast, about things getting boring.
Yeah.
People they do a routine and things get boring. You know?
Yeah.
Again, going back to the sporting and the coaching analogy, you need to do training to do your sport.
Yeah.
But as a coach, you've got to mix up the training so that it doesn't become boring and people just don't want to do it
Yeah.
because it just becomes a chore. So you introduce all sorts of different training routines and different little sort of games almost to do, which still work on parts of what you're trying to improve or parts of the sport that you're trying to get them to improve on.
Yeah.
But they're a bit more interesting than just doing the same thing every week or 10 times a week, you know. So you can do that in a business.
Yeah.
As a manager, just vary up the routine a little bit. You know, some things have to be done, but maybe you can make things a little bit more fun to do, a little bit different this week or that week. That way, it encourages people to keep their interest and motivation.
Yeah.
And
So-
that creativity, which can then drive your organisation forward.
Yes. Yeah. But at the same time, creativity is like one of the very essential part for our well-being, happiness, and like there are so many different ways which we can engage our brain in a different way. Like we are not talking much in detail, but everyone knows that we have got a left brain, right brain, and now the new research says there is a whole brain. So so there are so many.
Not
So-
a hole in the brain.
Yeah.
A whole brain.
WHOLE. So, if you want to discover your creative energy, there are so many different therapies are there. You know, can be like a creative arts. You know, like a humor. You know, like there are some laughing clubs. You know, like people just go and laugh, even though you are laughing as a physical mechanical phenomenon, but because you are laughing, different muscles of the body they get.
You know, the first time I saw that was actually in China.
I see.
I was over there, and there was an American group,
Yeah.
tourists,
Yeah.
and this is what they would do. They were in public,
Yeah.
and the leader would start,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and everybody would go, and then he'd go, and everyone would go, and then you go, and everyone
So that is a laughing yoga.
yeah, for about 5 minutes. And this was the thing they would do. Who are these bad people? Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So it's about forcing the body to generate the whatever it is, endorphins and stuff that need to be generated to get that good feeling in you.
Yeah, with the hormones also, So it reduces the stress and it's a natural flow of your hormones, So good, better blood circulation. You feel relaxed. At least during that time, you forget about some worries or something you are very anxious about. At least just for few seconds to few minutes. But it is a break. And when there is a break, as we always talk about neuroplasticities, our brains, neurons, they find the new natural pathways, so they open up and fire up the new circuits. So neurons are like ignited. And one last thing is it's everybody's popular topic, and in a creative side of every human being is a music. Music is a therapy. So and probably I would just say that, do you really know the healing power of music? So music can be a very awesome thing in your life, both like a listening to the music and making of music. Like you can be a musician, but if you are not a musician, listening to music also boost your vibes and express the joys.
Because music works at a deeper level, than verbalization. It works at a very emotional level.
So music really nourishes you emotionally and spiritually, because the topic is creativity for well-being. And actually, well-being people are happy. It's not like a happy people are always well. Because happy people can be miserable also. Miserable in the sense with their physical health or mental health, or they
health is different to
health is different.
Happiness.
So strengthening your immune system, ease your mind stress and muscle tensions, because these days lots of people have a muscle tensions, like your neck. So people are having a stiff neck. So like if you are having a stiff neck, is nothing mechanical.
Generally because you slept.
Yeah. So countless benefits of creativity, and there are few actions, like we have got full list, but you can boost your creativity with a different type of actions. And I think Sean, you would like to say?
Well, just a few. We've talked. We've already covered a few
of them.
We've got on our list here.
Yeah.
And these would be available as a download on the workshop that this video is part of.
Yeah.
But the ones that maybe we haven't talked about, but we have in previous times.
Yeah.
For creativity, stay away from distractions like these things. The terrible
all the time, WhatsApp and
but the number of people, these things go beep, and they immediately start looking at them. We've got a whole video on these.
Yeah.
And it's important to train yourself not to be distracted by them.
Yeah.
Just because that goes beep doesn't mean you need to do anything. Right? Like Pavlov's dog, you have to suddenly respond to the machine. So that's important. Stay away from distractions because they're a real creativity killer.
Yeah. Yes.
Give yourself time.
Yeah.
So give yourself time to be creative. So one of the things I try to do is keep a journal, but I need time to do that.
Yeah.
And I generally tend to do that early in the morning or very late at night. Like this morning, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And that's just the time, you see, so I'm not going to be doing anything else at that time. So that's a good time to do it. But you might not want to do it in the middle of the night. You might want to do it at a different time, or just set that time aside for when you want to do something. And then visualization, which again, we've talked about visualization. So visualize yourself being creative, succeeding in that creativity.
Yeah.
So perhaps we should just finish off our talk today with some affirmations, so people can perhaps make up your own or use these affirmations each day when you get up, just to sort of say, for my creativity, this is an affirmation. I have a creative side.
Yeah.
An affirmation. What would you suggest?
Yeah, basically, like you always say to yourself that my creativity grows every day. And this is one of my own, that I am making work day as a fun day with my creative side. And I allow my creative talents to shine.
Yeah. We did a video a while ago about paint your life, or I think it was. And so one of the affirmations here could be, the world around me is a canvas.
Yeah.
So you're painting on that canvas.
So and I'm like, always consider that you are full of fresh ideas, because if you don't get any fresh idea, just talk to someone, even talk to stranger. Okay, just wherever you are looking, like with a hope, and if you can't see any light, then look around, because there is also a saying that God that is also a saying that God does not only give you challenge or problem, but God gives you challenge or problem with a built-in solution. But it is not like a do this, you have to find. And that is where because in a God's world, everything is creative. Like every sunrise and sunset will be different. Okay, every season it will be different. Every branch and every tree will be different. We are programmed and used to do same thing, same way, and then you say, I have been doing this for last 20 years. I have been doing for last 30 years. So what? Do you really feel that in 20 years you are growing in enjoying your life? And if 2023, if you want to make it great with a creative energy, then this video is a perfect gift for the Christmas and a New Year. And you don't have to buy anything. This is just a simple reminder that creative thinking replaces worry. Because if you are worried and anxious about the things, then just find out the ways to tap your creative side. Okay.
So remember to like, share, follow. What's the other words?
Yeah.
What do you got to press the button?
Yeah.
Press the bell.
Yeah.
What else is there? Follow.
Yeah.
All of those.
Yeah. Basically, all our videos are for community empowerments and individuals' personal development and personal growth. All these videos, please share with your friends, professional contacts, and your loved ones, because they are absolutely free. We want that things can get better, but where from it will start? It will start from you. So you start, share with other people, subscribe our channel, on YouTube, Steam Executive, and we'll be coming with a brand new
More success program in the new year.
in the new year
And we
2023.
might leave you again with the words or thoughts of Heraclitus
Yeah,
that, there's a new river next year, so you can never put your foot into the same river
Yeah.
twice.
yes.
So thank you, and see you next time.